Okay, so let us start our class. Students, in today's class, we are going to discuss about the lesson breathing and exchange of gases. And the topic that we are going to learn today is, or the topic that we are going to put our focus is the transport of gases. And what are the gases that we are going to read about? The gases are the respiratory gases, okay, of human beings, that is O2 and CO2, okay. O2 is taken inside the body during inhalation or inspiration, and CO2 is thrown out of the body by means of expiration or exhalation, okay. So this transport of gases will read under two heads. There will be two headings. The first heading, this will be the main topic that we are going to focus on, okay? And the subheading for the topic that we are going to take now is the transport of oxygen, okay? So under transport of gases, we'll read about the transport of oxygen and transport of CO2, okay? So put the topic transport of oxygen, right? Okay, now when we see the transport of oxygen, the transport of oxygen is dependent on certain factors. Its transportation will take place only when there are certain favorable conditions, okay. So let us see what are the favorable conditions under which the transportation of oxygen takes place. So as we have already seen in our previous class that oxygen binds to hemoglobin, which is an example of transport protein, okay. And one hemoglobin protein or molecule binds to how many oxygen molecules? Yes, what should I write here?
4.
Four.
4 molecules.
Okay, so one hemoglobin binds to 4 molecules of oxygen, and this hemoglobin is present in the blood. Okay, so the main work of hemoglobin is to transport oxygen, and as we have read in the previous class that about 97%, okay, about 97% of oxygen is transported by the way of binding of oxygen to hemoglobin, okay. And the rest, which is 3%, it is transported with the help of plasma, ठीक है. तो 97% हीमोग्लोबिन बाइंड करता है, जो रेस्ट 3% बच जाता है, दैट इज कैरिड, दैट इज ट्रांसपोर्टेड विद द हेल्प ऑफ प्लाज्मा, ठीक है. तो इसमें इसका मतलब हुआ कि when this oxygen binds to hemoglobin, okay, hemoglobin, then only the transportation takes place. जब ऑक्सीजन हीमोग्लोबिन से बाइंड करेगा तभी ट्रांसपोर्टेशन होगा, okay. And when this oxygen binds to hemoglobin, then a complex is formed, एक कॉम्प्लेक्स बनता है, and the name of the complex is oxyhemoglobin. So write this in your copy, okay. When oxygen molecule binds to protein, then a complex is formed, and the name of the complex is oxyhemoglobin. So this oxyhemoglobin is transported in blood, or it is transported to the various parts of the body through blood, right. Okay, now this oxygen will be transported, this oxyhemoglobin will be transported, the binding of oxygen to hemoglobin will only take place when the conditions are favorable, okay. So let us see what are the conditions which should be favorable so that the oxygen binds to hemoglobin. What you have written? Harshit Yadav, I shared a jam file with the meeting. What is this in this, Harshit? Harshit? Yes, Harshit, आपने एक फाइल शेयर की है. What is there in this file? Okay, so now we'll see the conditions which favor the binding of oxygen to hemoglobin. Now, what should be that particular place where the oxygen binds to hemoglobin? Yes, who will answer this question? What is that particular place where the oxygen binds to hemoglobin? जहां पे ऑक्सीजन हीमोग्लोबिन से बाइंड हो जाता है, वो पर्टिकुलर प्लेस क्या होनी चाहिए बॉडी में?
एंडोथेलियम एल्वेोलाई कैपिलरी.
Yes, it should be alveoli capillary और alveoli. ठीक है, जहां पे एक्सचेंज ऑफ गैसेस, आपको मैंने दो साइट्स बताई थी ना. वन साइट इज एक्सचेंज द एल्वेoli फॉर साइट ऑफ एक्सचेंज ऑफ गैसेस एंड अनदर साइट क्या बताई थी आपको? टिश्यू. ठीक है ना. तो ऑक्सीजन, बहुत ज्यादा ऑक्सीजन का पार्शियल प्रेशर इंस्पायरेशन या इनहेलेशन के टाइम पे कहाँ पे है? इट इज इन द alveoli during inhalation. So that oxygen has to bind to the hemoglobin which is present in the capillary. So this binding will take place only when the conditions are favorable. So the factors which help in its combining, which help in combination of oxygen to hemoglobin is the partial pressure of oxygen, means its partial pressure should be higher, therefore it can join the hemoglobin, and its the partial pressure of oxygen will be higher if the other factors are lower in their concentration. It means the partial pressure of oxygen will be higher, the partial pressure of CO2 should be lower. ठीक है. Since binding of oxygen, we are reading about the binding of oxygen to hemoglobin, therefore the partial pressure of oxygen should be higher. ये कैसी होनी चाहिए? ज्यादा अगर अमाउंट में, तभी तो वो हीमोग्लोबिन से बाइंड करेगा ना. ठीक है. Then followed by the partial pressure of CO2. The partial pressure of CO2 should be what? It should be lower. Okay. So put it down. Then the third factor is, sorry, the second factor is the hydrogen ion concentration. Okay, the presence of hydrogen ion also helps in binding, sorry, the presence of hydrogen ions also it also affects the rate of binding of oxygen with hemoglobin. So this H plus, its concentration should also be lower. Okay, so हमने क्या डाल दिया? We have put an arrow to show that the concentration of this hydrogen ion should be low. Okay. Similarly, what about the temperature? The temperature should also be low. So what we have seen, for the partial pressure of oxygen will be higher if the partial pressure of CO2 is lesser, the hydrogen ion concentration is lesser, the temperature is lesser. Then only the conditions become favorable and the oxyhemoglobin, the formation of oxyhemoglobin takes place, and the site here will be the alveoli. ठीक है, यहाँ पे जो साइट आ जाएगी वो साइट क्या होगी? साइट विल बी alveoli. ठीक है. सो यू हैव टू रिमेंबर हियर, जिसका हम पढ़ रहे हैं. ओके, if we are reading about the transportation of oxygen, then you have to keep its partial pressure above, whereas the other things will become to their lower concentration, or the pressure will become down, like CO2 will go down, the hydrogen ion concentration will go down, and temperature will also go down. When the three factors are limited, then only the concentration of O2 will increase, and the conditions will become favorable for binding of oxygen to hemoglobin. Okay, so ये हो गया binding of oxygen to hemoglobin. Now we'll see about a curve, a type of graph which is given in your book, which is the oxygen dissociation curve. Okay, and one important thing is also mentioned in your book, which often comes in your MCQ. Okay, and that is sometimes it is asked how much amount of oxygen is present in when the blood is oxygenated, then how much amount of oxygen is present in it. Okay, so it is when it is measured in terms of ml, when the since blood is what, blood is a liquid substance. Okay, so it is measured in milliliters or liters. Okay, since we are measuring amount of oxygen in very small amount, and we can now multiply it with the rest of the blood, will get the amount. So here a measure, already a measured quantity is written in your book, that is the amount of oxygen which is present in 100 ml of blood. Okay, 100 ml of oxygenated blood. Okay, here I think यहाँ पे just write it here, it is very small. Okay, so right there 100 ml of oxygenated OXY, 100 ml of oxygenated blood will have 5 ml of O2. ठीक है, एक जो ऑक्सीजनेटेड ब्लड है उसका अगर हम 100 ml निकालते हैं, we will find we will find 5 ml of oxygen which is present in it, and now it is ready to be delivered to the tissue. ठीक है, वो कहाँ पे डिलीवर होगा, टिश्यू को, बिकॉज टिश्यूज आर वेटिंग फॉर दैट ऑक्सीजन, so that the cells take that oxygen, and that oxygen can be utilized for the oxidation of food to take place. ठीक है, so now we'll study about the next small topic, that is the oxygen too less oxygen. Too less oxygen is there. Okay, but other components of oxygen, other components of blood are also present here, and you have to remember that hemoglobin has a limited this combination only, means one hemoglobin can join only 4 molecules of oxygen. Okay, so इसीलिए हम कहते हैं कि whenever there is a loss of blood during accident or injury, or if there is less amount of blood in our body during anemia, अगर एनीमिया के टाइम में आपकी बॉडी में ब्लड कम है, देन उस टाइम पे हमें जो है हमें सफोकेशन फील होती है, समटाइम्स वी फॉल डाउन. ओके, चक्कर आ जाता है, गिर जाते, समटाइम्स वी हैव लेस अमाउंट ऑफ एनर्जी. ये किस लिए है? बिकॉज लेस अमाउंट ऑफ हीमोग्लोबिन, इट मीन्स व्हाट, लेस अमाउंट ऑफ ऑक्सीजन. ठीक है, जितना कम आपका hemoglobin उतना कम ऑक्सीजन. ठीक है, so oxygen will not be delivered to the cells. Okay, therefore the amount of hemoglobin which should be present in the blood should be higher. Okay, so 100 ml of oxygenated blood has 5 ml of what, 5 ml of O2. ठीक है, now we'll study oxygen dissociation curve. So you can see your figure 17.5 on page number 274. So there you will find a figure, a graph. Now this graph is plotted between two factors. The first factor, which is here, which is the y-axis, that is the percentage saturation of O2. ठीक है, हम ये पढ़ रहे हैं ट्रांसपोर्ट ऑफ गैसेस, जिसमें हम ट्रांसपोर्ट ऑफ ऑक्सीजन पढ़ रहे हैं ना. ओके, सो दिस इज परसेंटेज saturation of oxygen, means what happens when we go on increasing the amount of oxygen. Okay, and here is the partial pressure, it is the percentage saturation of oxygen is plotted against the partial pressure of oxygen. And as I have told you earlier, the partial pressure of oxygen or CO2, it is measured in a unit which is mm of Hg. Okay, so this is partial pressure of oxygen, this is on y-axis. And this type of curve, means the S-shaped curve that you get here, is the sigmoid curve. Okay, so S-shaped जो curve होता है, you will get a sigmoid curve, which means that as you go on increasing the amount of oxygen, जैसे जैसे आप amount of oxygen बढ़ाते जा रहे हो, उसका partial pressure oxygen का बढ़ता जाएगा, बढ़ता जाएगा, बढ़ता जाएगा, and here a saturation will occur, okay, beyond which no oxygen can be combined with hemoglobin, because hemoglobin is limited in your blood, okay. So there will nothing will occur if you increase the amount of oxygen, वहां पे ऑक्सीजन का सैचुरेशन हो जाएगा दे. एंड वन मोर थिंग, only 97% of oxygen can combine with hemoglobin, ठीक है ना. तो वहां पे परसेंटेज सैचुरेशन हो जाएगा that beyond 97% oxygen cannot bind with hemoglobin, okay. So a saturation point is reached, okay, and this is the saturation point, and here this saturation point is reached in the middle, in the middle of the, if the of the partial pressure of oxygen. So this is the sigmoid curve, and this is very important. This curve is very important because first it helps in studying the effects of other factors. What other factors? Like hydrogen ion concentration, then the partial pressure of CO2, okay, and the temperature also, okay. So this sigmoid curve helps in studying the effect of factors like the carbon dioxide and hydrogen ion concentration, okay. So now let us move to the next small topic, which is what? Transport of gas. Under transport of gases, the next small topic is the transport of CO2, ठीक है. ये सभी जो हमने whatever we have read till now was the transportation of oxygen, okay. Now the topic is transportation of carbon dioxide, okay. So for this I have to rub this. Wherever you feel any difficulty, just you can ask. And now here the topic becomes the transportation of CO2, okay. So since we are learning about the transportation of CO2, okay, therefore to keep the partial pressure of CO2 at a higher position, we have to keep the concentration of other factors on the lower side, okay. Just opposite will take place, यहाँ पे just उसका opposite हो जाएगा, okay. आपका हाई PO2, यहाँ पे हम क्योंकि CO2 पढ़ रहे हैं तो आपका partial pressure of CO2 will be high and partial pressure of O2 will become what? It will become लो, ठीक है. ये क्या हो जाएगा? ये जस्ट उसका ऑपोजिट होता है. वहां पे O2 हायर था और CO2 लो था. यहाँ पे क्या होगा? CO2 will become higher and oxygen will come on the lower side, okay. And the other things, what about the other things? जो यहाँ पे हमारा जो टेम्परेचर और हाइड्रोजन आयन कंसंट्रेशन था, देयर इट वाज लो, सो हियर द concentration of H plus and temperature will be higher, okay. So for formation, for combining of O2 with the hemoglobin, with the blood, is favorable only when these conditions are present. जब ये conditions present होंगी inside the blood, then only the carbon dioxide can mix in the blood, okay. And if you remember in our previous class we have read the most amount of carbon dioxide is transported in the blood in the form of dash. सबसे ज्यादा 70% of CO2 is transferred in the blood in the form of dash.
Bicarbonates.
Yes, it is bicarbonate, ठीक है. Okay, एंड 7% इसका किससे होता था? इन प्लाज्मा, ठीक है, प्लाज्मा में अराउंड 7% एंड इसका अराउंड 20 से 25% जो है, 20 से 25% it will join with the
RBCs.
hemoglobin, sorry, it will join with the RBC.
RB.
Definitely hemoglobin is present here, but the main work of hemoglobin is to bind with oxygen. If you compare this with oxygen, then you will see that oxygen, how much amount of oxygen was joining with hemoglobin at the point of alveoli? It was
97%.
97%. Okay, so if you compare this amount 97 and 20 to 25, you will feel the difference. Okay, because again the same point, in air the amount of oxygen is 21%. Okay, whereas the amount of CO2 is only
0.3.
0.03 to 0.04. Okay, so you can see the difference here. So always the amount of oxygen will be higher in the amount of oxygen will be always higher as compared to CO2. Okay, only at the place of tissue, जहां पे tissue है वहीं पे केवल the percentage of CO2 will be higher as compared to oxygen. Rest at all the places the amount of oxygen will be slightly higher than the CO2. Okay, so what we are learning about? We are learning about the transportation of oxygen. So since 70% of CO2 is present in the blood in the form of bicarbonate, okay, and only 20 to 25% is present in the RBC. Therefore, what will happen? The main work of hemoglobin here is to only transport oxygen. Okay, and certain amount, very small amount, 20 to 25% of CO2 only attaches to the RBC. Okay, and RBC helps in its transportation because major part of CO2 gets transported in the form of bicarbonate. So as I have told you that when oxygen combines with hemoglobin, it forms oxyhemoglobin. Similarly, when this carbon dioxide, combines with blood, when we can write CO2, so when the CO2 combines with hemoglobin, or you can write RBC here, then a complex is formed and the name of the complex is carb amino hemoglobin. Okay, and what will be the site for formation of carb amino hemoglobin? The site for formation of carb amino hemoglobin will be, yes, it will be dash. Answer, it will be
Ma'am, in tissue.
tissues,
टिश्यू,
tissues,
ठीक है, क्योंकि CO2 प्रोड्यूस कहाँ पे हो रहा है? CO2 टिश्यूज में प्रोड्यूस हो रहा है, सेल में प्रोड्यूस हो रहा है. So there when the CO2 is produced in the यहाँ से आपको बताती हूँ, the CO2 is present in the cell, ठीक है, ये सेल में प्रोड्यूस हुआ है, and since its pressure, its partial pressure will increase in the cell, so it has to diffuse out. When it diffuses out, it mixes in the capillary. ठीक है, ये कैपिलरी में मिक्स हो जाएगा. कैपिलरी में क्या प्रेजेंट है? कैपिलरी में प्रेजेंट है ब्लड. ओके, सो नियर द साइट ऑफ टिश्यू, the carbon dioxide which is present in the tissue will combine with the blood to form a complex which is carb amino hemoglobin, and its formation is dependent on the factors which I have mentioned here. So for carb amino hemoglobin to form, the percentage, the partial pressure and the percentage of carbon should be high, carbon dioxide should be higher. So when it is higher, it means the other main competitor gas here is the oxygen. अगर कार्बन डाइऑक्साइड ज्यादा है और ऑक्सीजन भी ज्यादा है तो कार्बन डाइऑक्साइड बहुत कम ही क्या कर पाएगा, ज्वाइन कर पाएगा, क्योंकि कार्बन डाइऑक्साइड का कॉम्पिटिटर ऑक्सीजन है और ऑक्सीजन का कॉम्पिटिटर कार्बन डाइऑक्साइड ऑक्साइड है. और हमने कल एक और चीज पढ़ी थी, दैट द solubility of CO2 is higher than O2. So this, because of this, the CO2 is able to join, able to mix in the blood properly in smaller quantities also. तो कम अगर प्रेजेंट है तो भी वो इजीली ब्लड उसको एक्सेप्ट कर लेता है. क्यों? क्योंकि कार्बन डाइऑक्साइड की सॉल्युबिलिटी ऑक्सीजन के कंपैरिजन में क्या है, ब्लड में ज्यादा है. ठीक है. So when the partial pressure of CO2 is higher, it means the partial pressure of oxygen should be lower. उसका ऑक्सीजन का जो partial pressure है वो lower हो गया. और इसके हमने ऑपोजिट में सारे दो और फैक्टर्स पढ़े थे, हाइड्रोजन आयन एंड टेम्परेचर. ऑक्सीजन के कॉम्बिनेशन में जो फेवरेबल कंडीशन थी वो यहाँ पे ऑपोजिट हो जाएगी. वहां पे हाइड्रोजन आयन कंसंट्रेशन लोअर था तो यहाँ पे क्या हो जाएगा, हायर. ठीक है. वहां पे टेम्परेचर क्या था, वो लोअर था तो यहाँ पे टेम्परेचर क्या हो जाएगा, हायर. ओके. सो दीज विल बी द फेवरेबल कंडीशन which will help the hemoglobin to join with CO2 to form the complex that is carb amino hemoglobin, and the site for formation of carb amino hemoglobin is the tissue. ठीक है. Okay. Now a very important reaction is given in your book, which is this CO2 plus H2O that gives H2CO3. I think this is visible to you. Visible है?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. A very important enzyme is present in the blood, which is known as the carbonic anhydrase. Okay, बहुत ही important एक एंजाइम है जो कि ब्लड में प्रेजेंट होता है, एंड इट्स नेम इज कार्बोनिक anhydrase. So this carbonic anhydrase, this enzyme is present in all the blood capillaries, all the blood vessels, चाहे वो आर्टरी हो या वेन हो या कैपिलरी, किसी में भी हो, सब में कार्बोनिक एनहाइड्रेज एंजाइम प्रेजेंट होता है. ठीक है. अब क्या है, ये जो कार्बोनिक एनहाइड्रेज है, ये इट हैज अ डुअल फंक्शन. इट कैन परफॉर्म, देयर आर मेनी रिएक्शंस वेयर इट इज यूटिलाइज्ड. But if we are studying about the transportation of respiratory gases, we should be aware of the work of the function which is performed by this carbonic anhydrase. And there are dual functions. There are two functions which are performed by carbonic anhydrase. So here also we'll write carbonic anhydrase, and at this place also just write it with the pen or pencil, whatever you are using. Write it carbonic anhydrase. Okay. So as you know, the topic that we are concentrating now is transportation of CO2. पहले हमने ट्रांसपोर्टेशन ऑफ ऑक्सीजन पढ़ा था, तो ये जो हमारा कार्ब एमिनो हीमोग्लोबिन ये सारा हमने पढ़ा, ये सारा किसका है, दिस इज द ट्रांसपोर्टेशन ऑफ CO2. ठीक है. सो दिस H2CO3 इज व्हाट, ये क्या है, कौन बताएगा, व्हाट इज H2CO3? यस बच्चों, इट इज द कार्बोनिक
acid.
Carbonic acid. Okay. So this H2CO3, it is the carbonic acid. और ये कार्बोनिक एसिड कहाँ से बनी है, ये कार्बोनिक एसिड कैसे बनी, बिकॉज वी हैव जस्ट नाउ रेड दैट दिस CO2 is 70% it joins with the blood in the form of bicarbonate, and bicarbonate is a type of salt. बाइकार्बोनेट क्या है, सॉल्ट है. ठीक है. तो क्योंकि ये कार्बोनिक एसिड है, देयरफॉर यहाँ पे जब भी कार्बोनिक एसिड की फॉर्मेशन ज्यादा हो जाएगी तो ये कार्बोनिक एनहाइड्रेज एंजाइम है, इट बिकॉज इट हैज अ डुअल फंक्शन, इट कॉजेज अ रिवर्सिबल रिएक्शन. ये दो तरह की रिएक्शन कॉज करता है और दोनों ही रिएक्शंस रिवर्सिबल है. if the acidic percentage increases in our blood, and you all know, अगर आपसे कोई पूछे कि our blood is acidic or basic, so you will definitely say it is dash. क्या बोलोगे?
Basic.
It is
Basic.
it is
It is basic.
alkaline. हाँ, alkaline और basic, acidic नहीं होता है वो. ये तो कार्बोनिक एसिड, कार्बोनेट्स के फॉर्म में कार्बन डाइऑक्साइड ट्रांसपोर्ट होता है, लेकिन ब्लड का जो मीडियम है वो एल्कलाइन है. सो अगर बहुत सारी ये एसिड बन गई तो हमारे ब्लड का मीडियम क्या हो जाएगा? हमारे ब्लड का मीडियम
Acidic हो जाएगा.
ठीक है. सो इट इज वेरी नेसेसरी टू ब्रेक दिस एसिडिक कंपोनेंट. ये एसिडिक कंपोनेंट को ब्रेक करना बहुत जरूरी है, नहीं तो हमारा ब्लड एसिडिक हो जाएगा. और वंस आवर ब्लड बिकम्स एसिडिक, every situation in our blood changes, many reactions will change and it will definitely affect our lungs, because आपको पता है कि एसिड का कोरोसिव नेचर होता है, ठीक है ना. तो हमारे लंग्स पे अफेक्ट करेगा, हमारे इंटेस्टाइन, जहां जहां भी कैपिलरीज जा रही, सारे हमारे ऑर्गन्स जो हो जाएंगे वो क्या हो जाएंगे? दे विल बी नेचुरली अफेक्टेड. ओके, सो टू ब्रेक दिस, अगेन दिस कार्बोनिक एनहाइड्रेस इट कम्स इनटू एक्शन. ओके, और ये एसिड फिर से हम पढ़ते हैं, ये एसिड कैसे बना? जब CO2 आया और इस CO2 ने किसके साथ, ये किसके साथ ऐड हो गया है? ये ब्लड के साथ ऐड हो गया है और सॉल्ट बनाता है जो कि कार्बोनेट है. कार्बोनेट इज ट्रेवल्ड, कार्बोनेट मिक्सेस इन द ब्लड एंड इट फॉर्म्स द कार्बोनिक एसिड. Carbonic acid, once its percentage increases, actually that is formed to transport CO2, that is taking place. But if its percentage increases, then what will happen? Then the carbonic acid will dissociate into the respective CO2 and H2. ठीक है, तो ये जो कार्बोनिक एसिड है ये डिसोसिएट हो जाएगी CO2 और H2O में. ठीक है, और ये जहां पे होगा, दैट द साइट विल बी एल्वियोलाई. ये साइट क्या होगी? ठीक है, इट विल बी एल्वियोलाई. क्यों वहां पे जाके क्यों डिसोसिएट होगा? हु विल से व्हाई the acid will dissociate into CO2 and H2 at this particular place? Yes, Deepal Parmar, are you there? Answer the question. Deepal? Yes, Deepal, if you don't know, you can say, Deepal, yes, okay. Your mic is not working, but you can type the answer. Okay. My question is why the dissociation of carbonic acid takes place at the site of alveoli? Alveoli के साइट पे कार्बोनिक एसिड डिसोसिएट क्यों होगी? यहाँ पे जाके क्यों डिसोसिएट होगी? यस, हर्षित यादव. हर्षित, जब तक वो अपना आंसर टाइप कर रहा है, इफ यू कैन से द आंसर फॉर दिस. यस हर्षित. ज्योति, कोई तो आंसर बताओ भाई. ओके, H2CO3 is a solute. So आपको आंसर मिल जाएगा ना, द साइट. आपको आंसर तो मैंने बता ही दिया है कि द साइट इज एल्वियोलाई.
मैं क्योंकि वहाँ पार्शियल प्रेशर CO2 का कम होता है.
क्या?
मैं वहाँ पार्शियल प्रेशर CO2 का कम होता है.
वहां पे पार्शियल प्रेशर CO2 का कम तो होता है बेटा, लेकिन एनीबडी एल्स
डायरेक्टली बाहर सेंड कर सकते हैं एल्वियोलाई से.
हाँ, क्योंकि इस CO2 को बाहर निकालना है ना बाय एक्सपायरेशन.
CO2 बाहर एल्वियोलाई में निकलता है.
हाँ, तो एल्वियोलाई के थ्रू CO2 बाहर उसको निकालना है ना, तो उसके लिए तो उसके लिए क्या करना पड़ेगा? कार्बोनिक एसिड को क्या होना पड़ेगा? डिसोसिएट होना पड़ेगा. then only when the CO2 will be free, then only it will go out by the process of expiration. ठीक है ना, तो इसीलिए ये डिसोसिएशन होता है. ओके, नेक्स्ट when the carbonic anhydrase senses that the medium is changing into basic. Okay, नाउ दिस ये एक तो वे ये है एल्वियोलाई में इस तरह से भी बन सकता है. द अदर वे बाय विच दिस कार्बोनिक एसिड कैन बी ब्रोकन डाउन इज द फॉर्मेशन ऑफ कार्बोनेट आयंस. ठीक है, एंड H प्लस आयन. यहाँ पे आपका जो मीडियम है H प्लस आयन बनने से ये क्या कैसा मीडियम बन गया? एसिडिक. ठीक है, ओके. सो व्हेन द मीडियम बिकम्स बेसिक द कार्बोनिक एनहाइड्रेस सेंसेस इट. ओके, वो तो सारा नर्व इम्पल्स सेंस करता है. ओके, and passes this message to increase the acidity. And you always know wherever H plus ions will be there, तो जो मीडियम हो जाएगा वो हमारा क्या हो जाएगा? एसिडिक. ठीक है, तो ये जो H2CO3 है ये डिसोसिएट हो जाएगा कार्बोनेट आयंस में और H प्लस आयंस में. ठीक है, और ये जो कार्बोनेट आयंस हैं ये अगेन जाके दे हैव द कैपेबिलिटी टू ज्वाइन विद द ब्लड. ये ब्लड से अगेन जाके ज्वाइन कर सकता है और इट कैन ऑल्सो डायरेक्टली फॉर्म CO2. ये CO2 भी बना सकता है, डिसोसिएट हो सकता है और एल्वियोलाई के पास जाके सारा CO2 जो है वो बाहर निकल जाएगा. इट विल बी थ्रोन आउट ऑफ द बॉडी. ओके, सो दिस इज स्टूडेंट्स द transportation of CO2. So today we have read two topics. One was the transportation of oxygen and other was the transportation of CO2, right? Okay, and a small topic that is regulation of respiration is left, but this topic will do in the other class. Okay, so your two topics are present. Two topics are left in this chapter. One is the regulation of respiration and the other topic is respiratory volumes and capacity. This is again a small topic that we have left. So these two topics will do in the next class, right students? So this is the end of the class. Thank you for being with me. And
मैम एडविन जोसेफ का अटेंडेंस लगा.
yes, yes.